Friends, in the previous episode we saw that because of the spread of an unknown virus, all humans on Earth die. But somehow a man named Philip survives. He keeps wandering around in search of other humans. But when he finds no one, he gets frustrated and decides to end his life. Just then, he sees smoke rising from behind a hill. Philip quickly goes there and sees that a woman is still alive. Her name is Carol. Philip brings Carol back to his house. But because of her strange behavior and non-stop talking habits, he gets very irritated and asks her to live in another house. But one day, Carol tells him that their meeting is not a coincidence. Instead, they were brought together for a purpose, and that purpose is to increase Earth's population. At first, Philip refuses, but later his mind changes and he agrees. After that, Philip and Carol get married and start living happily together. For a few days, everything goes very well. But then one day, they meet a girl named Melissa. Melissa is so beautiful that Philip instantly falls for her and starts unsuccessfully trying to impress her. He even shaves his beard so that Melissa might start having feelings for him. One day, when Philip and Melissa are drinking beer together, Melissa says while drunk that she is tired of living alone, and she also has certain needs that she wants to fulfill. Hearing this, Philip becomes happy and thinks that maybe Melissa wants to spend the night with him. Because of this, he goes to Carol to ask her for a divorce. But he cannot do it because he does not want to hurt her feelings. On the other side, we see an Audi car coming. The man inside sees a board outside Philip's town on which Philip had written that a human is still alive. After seeing this, he heads toward the town. That night, the three of them are partying together. During the party, Carl tells Melissa that before marriage, Philip had told her that even if she were the last woman alive on Earth, he would still not spend the night with her. But then, just 2 days later, no one knows what happened, and they got married. When their drinks run out, Carol goes to get more drinks. As soon as she leaves, Philip asks Melissa what she decided about what she had said earlier about wanting to spend the night with someone. Melissa says that she only said that while drunk. She asks if he told Carol about it. Philip says no and tells her that it will remain a secret between them. Hearing this, Melissa becomes happy. Just then, Carol returns with the drinks and tells Melissa that she and Philip are now going to spend the night together, because the responsibility of increasing Earth's population is on them. Philip does not like this and asks Carol why she needed to say that in front of Melissa. But Carol ignores him and says, "Come on, let's do the work because we need to have many children." The next day, Philip goes to meet his friends and tells them that he genuinely wants to increase the population. But this work could be done faster if he gets both women pregnant. After that, he goes straight to Melissa and asks her if she really thinks the population should increase. She says yes, human population should definitely increase. But Philip completely misunderstands her words and happily jumps around before running to Carol. He tells her that a dirty thought came into his mind that to increase the population, Melissa would also need to be made pregnant. He explains all this as if he has absolutely no interest in spending the night with Melissa. But Carol understands that Philip is desperate to be with Melissa. So she clearly tells him that she does not want to see him with Melissa. Philip says that she herself wanted as many children as possible. But what happens when they grow up? Does she want them all to spend the night with each other? Hearing this, Carol starts thinking and asks for some time. Philip tells her to think carefully whether their children should have fun with each other or with Melissa's children. As soon as Melissa's name is mentioned, Carl asks if he has already talked to her about this. He says no, there is no need to talk to her. She's anyway ready for anyone. Carol replies, "Anyone or you, I know everything. You are the one dying to have fun with her. Now get out of my house." She pushes him out and then goes to Melissa and tells her everything Philip said. Melissa comes to Philip and asks what exactly he told Carol. He says he didn't say anything. Melissa says that he told Carol that she wants to use his axe to work her field, even though she had already told him that she said all that while drunk. And she tells him what Carol said to her, that she wants to steal Philip from her. Philip says, "Wait, let me think what all I said." Hearing this, Melissa abuses him and leaves. That night, Philip tries to convince both of them and apologizes, saying he made a mistake and should not have said such things. But neither of them listens to him. After he keeps apologizing for 4 to 5 hours continuously, they finally call him inside. Carol says that they have thought a lot and decided that if they want to increase the population, then Philip should also spend the night with Melissa. Philip thinks they are making fun of him. Carol says no, they have thought seriously, and she does not want their children to end up doing labor with each other. It would be better if their children do labor with Melissa's children. Philip immediately agrees and says she is absolutely right. He says he is ready and wants to do it quickly. Carol stops him and says, "First listen to the full rules. They made a rule that he can only be with Melissa 3 days a week. He must not enjoy it at all. And once she becomes pregnant, he will have no physical relationship with her." Philip says that he understands everything clearly, respects the rules, and will do this work with full honesty and dedication. He then runs to his house shouting loudly that he is very happy and that chaos is about to begin. The next morning, Carol comes to Philip's house and gives him dry fruits, telling him to eat them so he can get Melissa properly pregnant. That night, Philip takes Melissa to a deserted place where he has beautifully decorated a bed under the open sky and also gives her dark chocolates. Suddenly, Melissa jumps on Philip and starts kissing him. But Philip pushes her away and says that tonight is very special. He then sings a song and sets off fireworks. Nothing really happens except that the Audi car heading toward the town sees the fireworks and turns in that direction. Philip is preparing for the night when suddenly the car arrives, and a fat man named Todd gets out. Both Philip and Melissa are shocked and wonder where he came from. Todd is extremely happy to see them because he hasn't seen any human in 2 years. He says he was leaving the town when he saw the fireworks and turned back. Philip gets irritated and sarcastically asks if he came just to ask for directions. Todd apologizes for disturbing them. Melissa says it's okay. They weren't doing anything important anyway. Philip pulls Melissa aside and asks what she is saying and what will happen to their night. Melissa replies that now they have another man for this work. Philip tells everything to Carol, who becomes very happy, saying it's good they found another man. Melissa will spend the night with him, and Philip won't have to work in 2 places. Later, all 4 sit together, and Todd tells them he came after reading the board outside the town. He also says his favorite movie is Kissy Ka Bai Kissy Ki Yan. Melissa says it's her favorite too. Philip jumps in and lies that it's his favorite as well. Carol exposes him by saying that his favorite movie is The Godfather. Philip denies it and says Kissy Ka Bai Kissy Ka Yan is the best movie in the world and praises Shah Rukh Khan's acting. Carol asks him which scene he liked. Philip fumbles and says there are many good scenes. Carol asks if he even watched the movie. Todd tells him he should watch it and that it's a great movie. Philip then mocks Todd by asking if he weighs 200 or 300 kilos. Todd replies that he weighs 150 kilos and that people have mocked him since childhood. Everyone feels sympathy for him. Melissa tells him not to worry and says those who mocked him are now dead. Todd thanks her and says he is very tired and needs to sleep. After they leave, Philip says that people used to mock him too as a child, but Melissa doesn't care and goes to sleep. The next day, Carol sends Todd and Melissa out together to set them up. Philip says he will come too, but Carol pretends to be sick and tells him to stay and take care of her. Outside, Todd and Melissa enjoy a lot while Philip secretly watches them, burning with jealousy, praying that Melissa does not fall in love with Todd. But Melissa is already almost set with Todd. Carol later tells Philip that Melissa plans to go out with Todd again. Philip panics and suggests that they should also go with them to see how far their relationship has progressed. Philip again mocks Todd and suggests they play tennis naked. Todd does it without hesitation. Philip thinks Melissa will feel disgusted, but instead she asks Todd about the scar on his stomach. Todd explains that he donated his kidney to his stepbrother, who later died. He starts crying and leaves, and Melissa follows him. Philip spies on them and sees Melissa kissing Todd. Carol arrives and says it's great that they have united. Philip feels that fate has kicked him hard. That night, Philip goes to Melissa's house to turn her against Todd, saying fat people are not trustworthy and will betray her someday. Melissa calls him a disgusting and cheap person and goes inside. Philip keeps apologizing and admits that Todd is actually a good man and maybe he has gone crazy because he has been talking only to toys for 2 years. Melissa is shocked and asks if that's true. Philip introduces her to his toy friends. Melissa greets them and asks him honestly what his favorite movie is. He finally admits it is The Godfather. Melissa asks why he lied earlier. Philip says he doesn't know and admits that he always wanted someone like her, but instead he got Carol. He asks if he has any chance with her. She clearly says no. He changes the topic and says he was thinking of that line for Carol and asks how it was. She says it was perfect. The next day, Philip is defecating in his pool when Carol comes and tells him to clean it because the smell is spreading through the neighborhood. Philip refuses because he likes doing it there. Later, he meets Todd, who is peacefully drinking coffee. Philip asks what all the noise was last night. Todd proudly says he spent the entire night with Melissa. Philip feels terrible, but pretends to be happy. Melissa comes and asks Todd to come inside because she needs his help. Philip offers help, but she says only Todd can do it. Todd tells Philip that she wants to spend the night again and goes inside. Philip hears the noises again and jumps into his pool of alcohol. That night, he again hears the noises and understands the program has started again. The next morning, Carol tells him that Melissa and Todd only keep spending nights together these days. Philip gets angry. Carol suggests that if he doesn't like the noise, he can stop it because he is the president of America. Philip gets an idea and calls a conference. He introduces a complaint board and makes the first complaint that Todd and Melissa should not shout loudly during their work. Melissa asks why he cares about what they do. Philip claims he is the president. They vote, but only Philip raises his hand, so the complaint is rejected. Carol then asks who wants Philip to clean his dirty pool. Everyone raises their hands, meaning Philip must clean it. Philip cleans the pool angrily. Melissa apologizes for the noise. Philip says it's okay and regrets setting off the fireworks that brought Todd here. Melissa says she now has Todd and leaves. Philip starts planning something. He takes Todd on a long drive and pretends the tire is punctured. When Todd gets out, Philip drives away. But soon, he realizes his mistake, turns back, and picks Todd up. After returning home, Philip cleans the pool and surprises Carol with a portable toilet. That night, Todd shows his handmade dolls, impressing the girls. Philip pretends to be happy, but deliberately knocks them down. Todd calmly says he will fix them, impressing everyone again. The next day, Philip sees a cow. He gathers everyone and reveals it. Todd explains they can get milk and has farm experience. The girls are impressed again. Philip claims the cow is his and that he is allergic to milk. Todd ties the cow and milks it. The girls drink the milk happily. Philip waits, but Todd says he can't drink it due to allergy. Philip secretly drinks milk at night, sees Todd and Melissa together, and releases the cow to frame Todd. The cow goes missing. Todd takes the blame. Philip pretends to help search. Melissa suspects Philip, but can't prove it. Todd finds the cow and asks Philip to take credit. He thanks Philip for everything. Everyone is happy. That night, the cow enters Carol's house. Carol decides to move in with Philip. Philip becomes miserable. Carol's habits annoy him completely. The next day, Philip finds his magazines missing and his painting ruined. He finally loses control, burns the shopping items, curses God, and complains about his fate. Just then, a car arrives and two beautiful girls step out. Philip looks up and says God listened very fast. The girls are also shocked to see Philip, thinking they finally found someone. Now who are these two girls? Will Philip finally get to spend the night, or does fate have something worse planned for him? To find out, keep watching. Thank you.